style sandal. This is called Carina.
Yes.
And Carina is always very popular. So shall we go through colors?
That is Electric Avenue.
Okay, and that's a wonderful sort of rainbow with a kind of ziggly stripes and really fun if you like a lot of color. So Electric Avenue.
There's your cork
Then
that we
cork.
talked about earlier. Yes, there's your cork.
And then
That is Gymboree.
Gymboree.
With a really cool treatment on the strap.
Look at that. Isn't that fun? Kind of that starburst, Aurora Borealis kind of rainbow of color.
That is exclusive. This is Rave on the Nile, and we made that just for QVC. And the straps and the ornamentation, everything about that shoe has the literally Egyptian sort of feel about it. But that's a really, really cool print.
Oh, that's fantastic. Then Riches.
Riches, exactly. Yep.
And then
Iris.
Iris, if you love that beautiful floral with all the colors.
And you got Blue Rainbow.
Look at that one.
Or multi-rainbow. Look at the, I mean, seriously, I'm looking at the shoe from the back and it's all black. The way the light hits it, look at the rainbows in it. Exactly.
That's very cool.
Pewter Dazzler,
Look
which
at
is
that.
in a lot of our shoes. That material is very special. It's metallic, it's a basket weave type look, and it's extremely soft.
Oh, that's wonderful. And then our final choice
Is Medieval.
Medieval.
Okay.
So here again, you've got that same footbed.
This is the classic rocker.
Really?
This is the same bottom that was on the Fiona a minute ago. This is the same bottom that started Alegria. This is the original footbed. I'll never forget looking at your face when you slipped on the shoes and all of a sudden you got this like deer in the headlight in a good way sort of look.
Right.
And all of a sudden I said, Leah, you go, wow. My weight just shifted from the ball of my feet to my heels.
Changed my posture
You're all of a sudden your shoulders go up. It makes you stand taller.
Yeah.
These are the shoes at the end of the day. The gal comes in from working on her feet and she doesn't realize she's had them on.
Well, you know, it's interesting too, because when we had that I didn't realize it was 2013, that very first year. But I remember that very first show. I remember meeting you. And as I said, I had not been familiar with Alegria, but we had so many customers who were asking, when are you going to bring this brand? Why don't you get that brand on QVC? You bring lots of great shoes. Where is Alegria? And so our customers were clamoring. They were asking.
What I loved about it is most of the customers, because it was so new. I heard Alegria, Algeria, the names, but that led to that was just another reason to talk about us. So it's like, you know, exactly.
And you shared with me because I didn't know what Alegria meant.
Yeah, joy and happiness in Spanish. That's exactly what it was. One thing I have to show you on Carina, which is very important. This shoe's been in our line 4 years. And one of the successes of the Carina is, I mentioned earlier briefly, that the footbed. This has got the same footbed in it as all of our classic rocker bottoms. The only difference is this footbed is not removable because you have a thong post. However, the beauty of this is there's not many thong posted shoes that you can slip your foot in, and then the strap is fully adjustable with a hook and loop closure. That allows a gal with a narrow foot to pull it a little tighter. It allows a gal with a wider foot to leave it a little looser. So this is very forgiving as far as fit.
That is wonderful. Sizes again, we have European sizes 35 to 42. We'll put the size chart up for you so that you can see what your U.S. size is and then how it corresponds to the Alegria size chart, which will be 35 to 42. So 5 to 5.5 would be 35, 7.5 would be 37. If you're a size 10, you will wear 40, 10.5, 41, 11 would be 42. A 255121, that's the item number. And I'll tell you, a lot of women love a thong sandal.
Yes.
But here again, this is a thong sandal that's going to give you the right support, the rocker bottom. You feel the change in your posture the moment you put it on. And then that footbed just kind of customizes to your foot. So it's
one thing I also have to mention is in the front on the toe post is a seam, so it doesn't rub your foot. A lot of the reasons gals don't wear toe post is because they irritate their toes.
Absolutely. So if you would like this sandal, the thong sandal is called Carina. The item number is A255121.
Thank you. 4
easy payments of $27.41 when you use your credit card. And shipping and handling is always included in the price with your Alegria sandals. So we're about 30 minutes away from this style. Yes. This is a favorite from the Alegria collection. This is Carmen. And